Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing the Captain American as a minion with a hover effect in the shield. And if you remember, I had also done before a minion as a Superman, this one. And I think that it was a really cool idea, so I thought that I could make the Captain American as a minion once again. So you will maybe notice that I'm using a lot of the same classes as I used in the Superman, so I'll also leave it in the description box if anyone wants to find the code for the Superman. Now, as always, in the box I will comment the red border. I don't think that I need it, and in the HTML I have only the title. So now I'm going to start writing all my classes. I'm going to begin with the body, and inside the body I will have the cap top, the cap bottom, and then of course an eye left, inner eye right, and once again inner eye. The class of inner eye will be the same, and we don't have to write it 2 times. Now for the eye, I took the same class as in the Superman that you saw me like a week ago coding. Alright, now in the body I used the same color body, so it's a trick for me and I can remember everything. And now I will do a half circle. Sorry for that. I will do a half circle with the clippy tool. If you don't know what is the clippy tool, it's actually a tool that helps you make some shapes in the HTML and CSS that you can of course do with CSS, but this is an easier way. And I will leave in the description box also the link for the clippy tool. Now, as for the eyes, they're going to be roundish, so that's why I have a border radius of 50%, and I guess the color will be white, but the border will be eyes border. And once again, this is a simple trick to remember all the colors. You don't have to use scss, as I'm using it only for the colors. You can pretty much use only CSS. Now the inner eye is again a roundish class. And so now I'm going to continue with the HTML, and I'm going to have the symbol for my Captain America. The symbol, of course, will be A. And I prefer not to write it as a letter, but to do it with some classes. I think this way it's quite more interesting. And you can learn more things coding the letters than just writing them. Of course, if you don't have much time, just type the letter and it will be fine. Now the transform rotate 31 degrees, it's the one that helps me make this shape to have some rotation. I will have the rotation to the left and to the right. And then in the middle I'm going to have it like 90 degrees. Now as for the wings, I'm going to make a shape that looks like a wing, with the clip tool. Okay, make it quite bigger, and then I'm going to do the same with the right one, but again you have to use the clippy tool. You can do the transform rotate here, as it's not exactly the same. And now, as for the mouth, here you can just copy and paste all the classes for the Superman coding video. It's the same. I'm going to rewrite them, but of course, if you have watched my previous videos, you will have the code. And this is going to be our mouth. A half circle, I think it's fine. And now I'm going to have 3 teeth. The first one is ready, and the second one, and now the third one. Right. As for the tone, we have to change the half circle. Nice. So as for the suit, here we are going to have some details. And you have to write a lot of classes. But of course you can simplify it and make a simple blue or red suit. And with this tool I'm going to make my body the suit blue, but maybe you could also do it with a half circle, it would be fine. Now the star is ready, you don't have to change anything, just write the color white, but I mean the clippy tool already have the star, so that's really convenient. Now as for the suit red white, alright, and the border radius will be 20%, and I think that I like it. And now let's do the stripes. The stripes are going to be whitish. And here you see why we have to write the suit white stripes inside the class suit red white. And now as for the foot, we are going to have foot, some shoes, and of course this shadow. I'm not sure if I liked the shadow in the previous video, but I want to be consistent and do the same here. Alright, the legs are quite small, but I do like them. I don't want them to be bigger. And now here, what's for the shoe that I'm going to have a border bottom left radius 45% and the same for the top left radius. So I don't use a radius everywhere, just in the bottom, top, and then left or right. Of course this shadow is pretty simple. Alright. And so now you're going to continue with the hands. Nice. And for the glove that the left hand is going to have, I will also need 2 classes. And so now in the scss I'm going to start writing the left hand toe. And it's going to be blue, and the right hand will be the same, just change the property from left to right. Okay, and so now we're going to continue with the glove only for the left hand. Okay, and for the bottom I'm going to need some border radius here. Nice, I like that. So now let's continue with the shield. For the shield, I'm going to have the star and some inner circles. So you're going to see how this inner circle are going to look like. We don't have to write it many classes, we just have to use the property border, like here, border solid 20 pixel and the color red. And once again this is the same for the shield inner. So if we didn't have used the border, we had to use 4 classes for the same thing, whereas now we only have to use 2 classes. And our star once again is ready from the clippy tool. I just have to adjust it inside the border, inside the shield. Now I'm going to have an animation with the name spin sealed for 5 seconds and 3 times. Every time that you write an animation, you want to start with the keyframe and then the name of your function, which for me is spin shield. First I'm going to have a rotate of 0 degrees and then a rotate of 30-60 degrees. Nice. So I'm going to continue with the shield. Okay. this is for the hover. And I think that I don't want the spin shield animation, so I'm going to comment it. And I'm only going to have the scale effect and the change color effect. Ah yes, that's better. So thank you guys for watching.